What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Boom, and I am back for another video. And man, the Fantastic Four just recently got announced. We got Joseph Quinn. We got the guy from Everything. He does everything. He was in Wonder Woman. He was in Pedro Pascal. His name is Pedro Pascal. You got the girl from Hobbs and Shaw. I've seen that movie, and the thing. I don't really know any. I don't know who playing him, but we got the cast for the Fantastic Four. And man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care about the Fantastic Four. I don't care about the Fantastic Four. The casting, man. Joseph Quinn is my boy, man. You don't know how much of an impact he had on Stranger Things. He killed it. He did his thing. I have a freaking damn, I forgot what it's called. The Hellfire Club shirt. I have a Club shirt in my closet because how great of a character he was. He was so great. So I'm happy for him for sure. So I'm going to see the movie because I'm happy for him and his success. And but Pedro Pascal, he wasn't good at Wonder Woman. That's the thing that kind of gets me mad about him. I hated his character in Wonder Woman, and I didn't see The Last of Us. I'm not watching that. I know he's in was a Mandalorian, but I never watched that either. So I really only seen him in Wonder Woman. So that's kind of a bad look just for me seeing him in Wonder Woman. Maybe he's good in that other stuff, but I don't really know him. And girl from Hobbs and Shaw, she kind of looks like a lot of these other actors. So I don't really know much about her besides she's in Hobbs and Shaw, but I feel like they kind of she just kind of looks like a lot of like actors in the acting space. So she doesn't really stand out. But the thing. Yeah, I don't know nothing about him either, but let's just get into why I don't like the Fantastic Four. Really cool casting. They look like the Fantastic Four, but I really don't know anything about the Fantastic Four. I don't care about them. Those first movies that came out a long time ago, was it 2004 and 2007 or something? I have a group of it's a group I have for movies that people just don't care about. It's called or TV shows. It's called the Ben 10 Club. Ben 10 as a kid. If you were a kid, you probably know what I'm saying. A lot of people act like they love Ben 10, but the truth is, as a kid, just because it's unrealistic style, people now want to say they like Ben 10. But I remember as a kid, man, bro, when Ben 10, whenever that was on, skipped to SpongeBob or something. I skipped to Amazing World of Gumball. I skipped to Adventure Time, regular shows, the kid shows, Uncle Grandpa. I didn't watch no serious Ben 10. It was boring. It was boring. And I think this kind of goes with the Fantastic Four. I don't know what this random love has come from with the Fantastic Four, but as kids of our like generation or whatever in the last generations, nobody was going to see that. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. Nobody was going to see that. We was not on that. Nobody was watching it, and we preferred to watch Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I prefer to watch Spider-Man over the boring Fantastic Four. And then the original movie, for sure I wasn't watching that. It looks boring. The leads look boring. It's just boring people. They look like boring people. I'm sorry. And the thing just looks like he's the only hooking thing about the that group, but he's just a boring big guy. And I think the Hawk is what I'm expecting from this character. And as a kid, that's how I looked at it. I'm okay. I would be okay with him not just being a smart character, but the Hawk is what I'm expecting from a big creature like that, and that's what I always thought he was. But I don't know anything about this character. He's just kind of a big blob thing. And then you got the 2015 movies. The 2015 movie. Nobody seen that either. They just look bland. I don't care about this group of friends or whatever. I don't. They look silly. I don't know anything about their backstory. Doctor Doom looks cool. I'll say that he looks cool. And I don't know what Silver Surfer's connection is to them, but he looks cool. And Galactus looks cool. And all that stuff, but I just don't know anything about this group. I just think and a lot of people just think they're boring. I think that's a big flaw with them. That's why I don't care. So seeing them now in 2023, they're trying again with this group of characters, I think a lot of people aren't being honest. I'm just not ready for it. And I can't explain why really perfectly, but to me they just look boring. And that's why people don't care about the Fantastic Four. That's why their movies always flop, and I will maybe not go see this movie. When I start seeing trailers and stuff, I'm really not gonna see this movie. For some reason, when we hear these movies are coming out a couple years ahead, it's kind of a little bit hooking. But then when you get closer to the release date and you start seeing like multiple trailers, you just stop caring because you've seen everything. It'd be like, okay, well, this is kind of pointless. Why see this movie? So yeah, I just don't really care for Fantastic Four. I will say this though, MCU. The MCU has done a great job getting us attached to characters that you didn't know nothing about, and concepts. They got us familiar with certain concepts and stuff. Like Doctor Strange is a cool example. Doctor Strange was kind of a no name, but now he's kind of like legendary. He's cool. And Thor and Iron Man, they got Ant-Man. These are characters that they really did a good job bringing us into their stories and stuff. It was always interesting, man. They did a really good job. But MCU recently, I don't know, man. They've been slacking. All the origin stories feel the same and bland, and they all been feeling the same recently. So they got to figure out a way to make this different. Change the quality, change the CGI, make it feel high budget. If this is in the 60s, you better get that 60s feeling from that movie. I better get that 60s feeling. Make the setting perfectly, man. I don't know when's the last time they had something like the Captain America like 1940s look on point. It's been a minute since they were able to make a different time period feel like that. They kind of did it with WandaVision. That was a cool example of them being creative, but people kind of overrated. WandaVision kind of sucks a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Don't kind of suck. It really is bad, but they act like the art was cool and stuff. They really that first two episodes they like stayed in the house the whole episode. It was really boring. But Fantastic Four, back to this though. Get the 60s look down. Find a way to make these characters interesting. Joseph Quinn's in it, so I'm already like, let's go. That's already a good pick, man. I don't know if he can uh act outside of Stranger Things because I haven't seen him in anything else, but I'm gonna put my faith in him, man. He was just so good as Eddie. He carried, man. He carried Stranger Things season 4, and people was just so sad when he died. He did his thing. I really think he's gonna be a standout in this movie. So that's gonna be cool. Fantastic Four, I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm probably gonna go see Superman instead. Maybe might go see Superman instead because I like Superman. I think Superman is cool. Kind of boring, but I like the concept of Superman. I think that's more interesting than guys wearing suits and they got a big monster thing. The thing just to me seems like a cash grab. It's like they trying to find something to hook you in, but it really ain't that interesting. He looks like, oh my gosh, why is he a orange rock? But they actually don't have nothing interesting for him. He ain't Hawk level interesting. He is just bland. So just tell me how y'all feel about the Fantastic Four. Be honest, too, because a lot of y'all be just not acting like the Fantastic Four is the coolest thing. I just don't like phonies pretending that because everybody hates the Fantastic Four and they're like they've been losers for years and nobody's watched their movies. Now y'all want to see this random love for the Fantastic Four. I sort of don't like it. Y'all did the same thing with Andrew Garfield. Those Amazing Spider-Man movies were not liked at all. And I've come to the conclusion, even like the Emma Stone relationship and Andrew Garfield, that relationship is really boring. Like, where was the storyline gonna go? It seemed like y'all pretend y'all like certain stuff. You just got to think about what I'm saying. The Emma Stone Andrew Garfield relationship, I think y'all don't mean it, but the Mary Jane relationship with Tom Maguire was better because y'all still talk about that. Y'all still make fun of Mary Jane. Y'all always bringing her up and stuff like that. That means she had y'all hooked in the storyline. But Emma Stone, it's like since he died, y'all know y'all ain't getting no more of those terrible storylines. Now y'all want to say, oh, she was great and stuff. And then she was good in Spider-Verse. But I'm going on a whole different rant. Tell me how y'all feel about the Fantastic Four. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Anime Boom out. Peace.